Lagos Talks
91.3.
News.
President Muhammadu Buhari will depart Abuja for Accra today, Tuesday, to attend the third extraordinary session of the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the Gulf of Guinea Commission, GGC. His media aide, Femi Adesina, stated in Abuja on Monday that the summit was convened by President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana. According to Adesina, the president is scheduled to participate and deliver remarks at the high-level discussion on strategies for strengthening peace and security in the fight against maritime-related crimes in the Gulf. Buhari would be accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Geoffrey Onyema, the National Security Advisor, retired Major General Babagana Monguno, and the Director General, National Intelligence Agency, Ambassador Ahmed Abubakar. Nigeria's President-elect Bola Tinubu has returned to Abuja after over 1 month away in Europe. The aircraft, which conveyed the former Lagos State Governor, had touched down at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja yesterday evening. The APC stalwart, who was officially out of Nigeria since March 22, returned about 1 month before his inauguration on May 29, 2023. Pictures of his arrival at the airport has since been shared by his Director of Media and Publicity, Bayo Ononuga. Tinubu returned with his wife, Senator Oluremi, and were received by the Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima, Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong, Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbadagbiamila, amongst many other high-ranking members of the APC. Tinubu scored the highest votes in the February 25 poll and was declared the president-elect by the INEC, though his victory is currently being vigorously challenged at the tribunal by two top contestants, Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar of the PDP. A private airline in Nigeria, Air Peace, has expressed its readiness to evacuate stranded Nigerians from war-torn Sudan. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the airline, Allen Onyema, who announced the offer yesterday, said the airline would render help if the federal government can get them to a safe and secure airport in any of the neighboring countries bordering Sudan. Onyema had stated that Nigerian students and others stranded in a war-racked nation urgently needs our help, adding that he is compelled to help because Nigeria cannot afford to lose her citizens in Sudan. In similar news, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has confirmed plans to evacuate over 2,000 Nigerians in crisis-hit Sudan today, which is Tuesday. According to the agency's Director Special Duties, Onimode Bandele, the movement is to be perfected between the Nigerian Embassy in Khartoum and the NEMA Director General. He further revealed that the NEMA Director General, Mustafa Habib, is already in Cairo, Egypt, being the window which the government is currently looking at. The Chairman and CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NITCOM, Abike Dabiri Erewa, has also encouraged Nigerian students in conflict-hit Sudan to remain in their universities to avert any danger. The NITCOM boss also cautioned against certain mobilization efforts of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, involving the pooling of funds to facilitate the transportation of Nigerian students in the North African country away from their campuses. The valedictory meeting of the 36 state governors of the Federation will be held on Wednesday, April 26, 2023 in Abuja. This is according to an invitation to all the 36 governors issued by the Director General of the Nigeria Governors Forum, Asishina Okauru. According to the letter, the valedictory meeting tomorrow, which is the 5th in 2023, will be physical as 4 previous sessions were virtual. 17 governors are leaving the forum having completed their terms of office, while newly elected ones will be inducted between May 14 and 17, 2023. The meeting will bring to an end the chairmanship of Aminu Tambuwal, the Sokoto State Governor, who assumed leadership of the forum following the expiration of the tenure of former chairman and ex-Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi. The National Population Commission, the NPC, has assured that its server is intact and ready to be deployed for the upcoming 2023 population and housing census exercise. In a statement yesterday by its commission's spokesperson, Isiaka Yahaya, it also debunked a viral video where its staff in Niger State, one Sanusi Megida, said the NPC server was hacked, which led to the postponement of the local government area's level training of the supervisors and enumerators for the census. Yahaya in the statement, however, said the information was false, adding that Megida was facing a disciplinary action for such misinformation. The Nigeria Police says the Inspector General of Police has sanctioned an investigation into resident electoral commissioner Hudu Yunusa Ari's role in the recently held supplementary state governorship election in Adamawa. This comes after the commission's appeal to the IGP seeking an investigation and possible prosecution of Yunusa Ari over allegations of misconduct. The force PRO Lumiwa Dejabi in a statement confirmed that the police is in receipt of the letter from the INEC dated April 18, 2023, detailing the alleged impropriety of the actions of the embattled wreck. It will be recalled that Yunusa Ari had allegedly usurped the role of the returning officer to prematurely announce the APC candidate Aishatu Binani Dahiru as the winner of the governorship election while collation was ongoing. The National Youth Service Corps, the NYSC, has announced that the 2023 Batch A Stream 2 orientation course of the scheme will begin tomorrow, Wednesday, April 26, 2023. It added that the orientation course for Lagos and the Federal Capital Territory will commence on May 3, 2023, while noting that some of those deployed to the FCT will have the orientation course in Nasarawa and Niger camps. Some prospective corps members deployed to Lagos will equally have the orientation course in Ogun and Osun camps. The scheme had urged all PCMs to visit the NYSC portal for more information on their deployment. The orientation course takes a period of 21 days, equipping and training the eligible participants of the one-year mandatory service. The Lagos State Examinations Board has advised stakeholders to disregard information about payment of 5,000 naira for the Basic Education Certificate Examination practicals. In a statement yesterday, the Director, Lagos State Examinations Board, Orusholu Adebayo, said the false information is being circulated by an imposter. The board advised members of the public not to transact any business with any individual acting on its behalf, as it does not charge for practicals separately. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says warring parties in Sudan have agreed to a 72-hour ceasefire from midnight on Monday. Blinken said an agreement had been reached between the army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF) after 48 hours of negotiations. It is at least the third ceasefire to be announced since violence erupted this month, but none have held. Violence broke out primarily in Khartoum between rival military factions battling for control of Africa's third largest country. Countries have scrambled to evacuate their diplomats and civilians as fighting raged in central, densely populated parts of the capital. Former U.S. President Donald Trump is facing a civil trial over an allegation that he raped an advice columnist nearly 3 decades ago. Jury selection is due to begin today, Tuesday, in the New York federal court. 79-year Ms. Carroll says the attack occurred at a Bergdorf Goodman store in Manhattan in late 1995 or early 1996. But Trump has denied the allegation, saying she made up the claim for publicity. Though this is not a criminal case, the consequences for Trump could nevertheless be serious, as he is facing a wave of other legal troubles, including more than 24 felony counts of a payment of hush money to an adult film actress and an investigation into his alleged role in the U.S. Capitol riot on January 6, 2021. If Ms. Carroll wins the lawsuit, it will be the first time the former president, who has been the subject of more than 24 such allegations, would be found legally responsible for a sexual assault. The World Bank says Nigeria's fiscal and debt pressures will increase if petrol subsidy is not phased out in June 2023. In its recently released report, the Bretton Woods Institution said while oil price booms previously supported the Nigerian economy, the situation has changed since 2021 due to declining oil production, costly fuel subsidies, exchange rate distortions, and more. The federal government had said it would end petrol subsidy payments by June just as it promised to disburse the sum of $800 million World Bank loan to mitigate the effects of the removal on the most vulnerable population in the country. The Golden Eaglets of Nigeria have arrived in the Algerian city of Constantine for the final preparations for this year's Africa Under-17 Cup of Nations. However, the Eaglets will complete their training in Constantine, where they will play Morocco, Zambia and South Africa in Group B. Nduka Ogbade's team qualified for the competition after winning the WAFU B Under-17 Championship in Ghana 10 months ago. Nigeria will launch a campaign for honours at the 12th Team Continental Championship on Sunday next week against Zambia. FIFA has received 4 bids to host the Women's World Cup in 2027. Brazil and South Africa have submitted bids, while Belgium, the Netherlands and Germany have launched a joint expression of interest. The United States and Mexico have also put in a combined bid to stage the tournament. Countries have to submit their full bids by May 19. The hosts are set to be chosen by the FIFA Congress via public voting on May 17, 2024. Interim manager Cristian Stellini has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur after 4 matches in charge. The decision comes a day after Spurs were thrashed 6-1 at Newcastle, a performance chairman Daniel Levy has described as wholly unacceptable. The 48-year-old Stellini was appointed on March 26 after Antonio Conte's 16-month spell as Spurs boss came to an end. Brian Mason, who worked under Stellini and took charge when Jose Mourinho was sacked in 2021, now succeeds him. And that's it on the World News.